This playthrough is rated T for teen. I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeVille, or Miss Myra. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Sam and Max Save the World situational comedy. In the last episode, we got sent on a new mission by the commissioner to deal with this lady that's been hijacked her show and won't let anyone leave. And we gotta figure out why that's the case. But before we can meet her, we gotta get our 15 minutes of fame. So let's head on to Midnight Cowboys and see if we can why we have a cow in our vicinity.
All right, people, let's get the stage set up. The celebrity host will be here any minute. Oh, right. The crew's working on Myra. Stupid, no talent, fat face.
Weren't you just...
I think she just defied the laws of physics.
Sorry, you'd be amazed how many times a day I have to do that. Things tend to be hectic here.
Doesn't bother us a bit. Sam and Max, consummate professional actors, reporting for duty.
You said duty, Sam.
I knew you guys were right for this show.
Speaking of which, could you perhaps explain the show a bit?
Okay, here's the drill. On Midtown Cowboys, you play a pair of cattle ranchers trying to raise a herd in an apartment in Manhattan.
My Uncle Ernie did that, except it was pigs. And not in an apartment.
I only see one cow.
It's a small herd. You're struggling, okay?
Okay.
You've got this landlord, Mr. Featherly, who has a very strict no-cows policy.
Devilishly inconvenient.
I begin to see from whence the hilarity sprouts.
Yes, Featherly is always barging in, and you try to hide the fact that you have a cow in the apartment. Lots of sight gags, usually something gross winds up happening. Simple enough?
Great. Where's the script?
Well, there's a slight hitch. The cow ate most of the script, so you're going to have to ad-lib the show.
Ad-lib?
Yes, make it up as you go. Improvise.
Well, I guess our regular life has given us plenty of practice.
Don't worry, you'll be working with Philo Pennyworth, who plays Featherly. He's a brilliant actor, classically trained, Globe Theater and all that. Just set him up to do something funny, and he'll handle it from there.
Check. Anything else?
Actually, yes. We did save one line from the script, and it's really important to work it in, because it's the product placement that pays for the whole show. One of you will have to say the line.
Me, pick me!
All right, Max, your line is this. Better get the serious toothpaste.
I like it already.
Serious toothpaste, huh? But anyway, for those who are aware of old television, it kind of makes fun of just situational comedies and stuff like that overall. I think it's the whole, you can't have certain people in the apartment. I think it's made more of a reference to Three's Company. God, that's even before my time, technically, but I'm aware of that. But anyway, let's ask some of the details again, just to make sure if there's any extra dialogue.
There's a lot to learn with this TV business. Give me the lowdown on the show one more time.
Midtown Cowboys is about two cattle ranchers raising a herd in a Manhattan apartment that has a strict no-cows policy. Your basic visual hijinks and occasional gross-out humor ensue as they concoct elaborate ruses to keep their cow hidden from their landlord, Mr. Featherly.
Okay.
Remind me what that charmingly peculiar line was that you wanted Max to say?
Better get the serious toothpaste.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, how would it fit in? Yeah, most product placement's usually very poorly done. It's just like all of a sudden they hold up a can of something that's like, you should do it with this new can of Dr. Pepper or something like that. And you're like, what? Yeah, I hate. I don't. It depends on the situation. I'm really not a fan of just ads and stuff like that thrown into shows. If it at least makes sense, I guess, but most times it doesn't. Like if it's in the background or something, like you have a thing for soda or something like that, then it's on the table in the dining room or something like that. That was legit. People kind of do that, but then there's others where they just point, it's like, what is it, Wayne's World or whatever. Man, people only do stuff because they get paid for it, and that's sad.
I'm a little confused. What does toothpaste have to do with cows?
The Serious Toothpaste Company sponsors the show, that's what. So we've got to find a way to use that line.
Every episode?
Every scene!
Every scene? Okay, that's a bit obscene, don't you think?
Can we take 5?
The Screen Actors Guild will break my knuckles if I say no, so go ahead.
Yeah, that last year was all about the Screen Actors Guild, if you know what I mean. Anyway, let's take a look around before we actually start taping.
Hi, Mom.
I don't even think they're recording. Oh, there's the Telltale symbol right there, Telltale Games, before they went bankrupt. Although that might also be reference to the, they had a poker game as well that had all the characters from their franchises, and sometimes they get other random people in there too, like Ash from Evil Dead, and like Tycho from Penny Arcade, and Brock from Venture Brothers. It was really weird.
I don't think cows are in season.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't remember all the dialogue for like the
I don't want to make anybody mad.
all the things you can do with the gun, like who actually responds to it. Did I try hitting her with that? I think I did last episode, but I'll try it again.
I don't want to make anybody mad. Unless there's a reason, or it seems fun.
Yeah, just being a public nuisance.
No dice.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I'll save the comedy for when the cameras are rolling.
Alright, wait.
How convenient. This way we can shoot a TV show about people watching a TV show.
And if the show they're watching is the show of themselves watching, the universe could fold in on itself and explode.
Best leave it turned off then.
TV showception.
Competitive horseshoe skipping is a thrilling test of accuracy, strategy, and strength.
Even more so if the horses are still attached.
Some say that's the only way.
It's like caber tossing, except with animals involved.
These are all thesauri. Who decorated this set?
English majors working for peanuts, as usual.
Yeah, that sounds about right for a lot of writers. Oh, embarrassing idol is the back the way we came, so.
I just don't see how you can sing and be a judge. I don't think the public would swallow that.
Hey, Sam, do my eyes deceive me, or are those our formerly hypnotized former child star acquaintances, the Soda Poppers?
Sweet jellyfish paste on a stick, you're right. What are the odds?
Could we find another judge? What about one of those guys?
I don't suppose either of you would be interested in being a judge on Embarrassing Idol, the hot new show where we make uncomfortable entertainment out of people's misplaced faith in their own singing ability.
Oh, me! I promise I'll be completely unbiased in my abuse of the contestants.
Fine. Take a seat.
Goody! I get to sing!
Welcome back to Embarrassing Idol. The judges are chomping at the bit, so say hello to our first contestant, Peepers.
Am I blue? Who are you? Can I fly?
Well, that was a bit sloppy, but I particularly like how you hit that high note. That always impresses me. I think you'll get my vote.
I'm definitely voting for you. After all, you are my brother.
Very impressive. You sound almost exactly like a sick cat being dragged through rusty farm machinery. But this is a singing contest, so I think I'll have to vote for someone else. Is there anyone else?
Not so far.
Yay!
Okay, so not much we could do there, so it's either him or nothing, so. But, and then this takes us back to the main area. Yeah, you got midnight, because, yeah, remember there was nothing here before, and then all of a sudden there's a show running on. It's like, wait, what? So, yeah, she apparently has the ability to teleport.
Hi.
Hi.
You got this stage set up awfully fast. You must have an army of minions to do your bidding.
No, it's pretty much just me. I used to have a stagehand, but she went to watch the Myra show.
All the more impressive then.
Sawing the hole in the floor was the hard part.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
What can you tell me about the show you're shooting here?
Embarrassing Idol, standard drill. Amateur singers with delusions of ability perform in front of a camera. Judges heckle them, and the public gets sick pleasure out of watching the carnage.
Yeah, that's a reference to American Idol. Although that show's still on. Is it still on? I don't know. I don't watch daytime television. Or daytime. I don't watch television anymore, so I don't remember what's on anymore. But that's the general reference.
Can I be a contestant? I often sing in the shower, and hardly anyone complains.
Sure, we're pretty desperate for contestants at the moment. We had more, but they went in to watch the Myra show and we never saw them again.
Highly suspicious. Can you give me some kind of insight into the arcane workings of the judging?
It's pretty simple. All the judges have to agree on a winner. That's all there is to it.
What kind of arbitrary criteria do they use to make their decisions?
That's up to the individual judges.
I channel the spirit of Hammurabi, the ancient Babylonian ruler. Then I pick you, Sam.
Thanks, little buddy.
They're truly friends.
Remind me one more time how the judging works on this show.
All the judges have to agree on a winner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we have to figure out a way to. Now, what does this have to do with our situation? I don't know. Just because the game tells us to, we have to do it eventually.
What allegedly valuable prize is bestowed on the lucky winner?
The winner gets a standard exploitation recording contract with a major label.
If you're going to be exploited by the best.
Yeah, that's the entertainment industry for you.
Remind me what the prize is again?
It's a recording contract.
Of course. How silly of me.
Which, weirdly enough, I'm trying to remember, there was one case where someone won American Idol, and yet the second place winner was the guy who actually got all the actual accolades afterwards. Like, he actually got a better contract because he was actually, most people thought he was overall better singer, yet someone else won instead. I don't remember the guy's name, but it was one of the weird situations where the person who actually got the contract didn't actually do much with their career, or didn't get much of a career, if I remember correctly.
That seems clear.
Thank goodness.
What's it like working with the soda poppers?
Oh, the usual. They prance around to make unreasonable demands, but they knuckle under because they're desperate to be working at all. Same as the rest of us, really.
Your bleak outlook is oddly refreshing.
Like most child actors.
Well, I'm sure you're very busy.
You got that right.
But yeah, the soda poppers will make multiple appearances throughout the game, so.
It's got a falling star on it.
How appropriate.
Is this thing on?
Maybe. Depends on the time of day, I guess.
Judge looks good on you, Max.
Thanks. I hope it comes with lunch.
Yeah, it depends on the lunch, I guess.
Seems like a pretty cushy job you've got there.
I hope somebody else comes to sing soon. I've got scathing insults and bombast that are itching to claw their way out of my throat.
How is that any different from normal?
It'll be on TV.
It'll be for posterity. I'm trying to remember the judge he's supposed to be representing. Simon Cowell, that's it.
Seems like a pretty cushy...
Okay, it's just...
I hope somebody else comes to...
How is that any different from normal?
It'll be on...
Yeah, I just gotta remember which ones do repeats.
Don't let your passion for overzealous criticism get in the way of our primary goal here, little pal.
I already forgot what that is.
Myra Stump, holding the audience hostage?
Oh, right. Sometimes my sponge is a little leaky.
A fact I know all too well.
Don't talk about leaky sponges. This is a family-friendly channel.
I think I'll poke around and look for clues, or craft services crawlers, or both.
If you poke up some crullers, I want 6.
What's a crawler? Anyway. See if I can hit these guys with the...
I don't want to make anybody mad.
Okay, you're just getting the same dialogue.
That would hardly be sporting.
Okay, we're just getting repeats from that, so. Sought to the soap poppers. Haven't seen you in a month.
Last time we saw you, you and your diminutive former child star brothers were in the thrall of a megalomaniac hypnotist with bad hair. What have you been up to since then?
Well, after you hit us over the head,
Repeatedly.
our careers have taken an upswing.
Clearly.
Hey, being a judge on Embarrassing Idol is a tremendous opportunity.
I'm feeling the magic already.
Well, good things are looking up for you, I guess.
What can you tell me about this contest you're judging?
Not much to tell. People sing, we judge them. You want to know more? Ask the director. We judges don't have to concern ourselves with operational details.
Just sit there until recording starts.
Tell me about the criteria you use in judging a singing contest, such as this one.
I'm a stickler for technical proficiency. Usually I look for a high note. Someone who can hit a really high note always impresses me.
I see.
That's weirdly specific.
Remind me what it is you look for when you're judging a singing contest.
High notes. I like it when people can sing really high notes.
High notes, right. Now I remember.
Kind of like this. Actually, I can't actually sing a high note or sing in general.
If you'll excuse me, I've got some lines to color outside of.
It's your life.
Those are the worst people.
Tell me, old judge, what gruesome qualities do you look for in a singing performance?
Fraternity. I'm voting for Peepers no matter what. He's my brother. The one who didn't forget my birthday today, I might add.
I said I was sorry.
Aren't they triplets, though? So, wouldn't they all have the same birthday? Well, anyway.
Remind me again how you go about judging a singing performance?
I listen very carefully to the tonal qualities of the singer's voice, and then I vote for my brother Peepers.
Commendably impartial of you.
Yeah, I guess so.
Happy birthday.
Thanks. I'm glad somebody remembered.
I said I was sorry. What more do you want?
A treat would be nice.
Isn't this also St. Boniface Day?
Patron saint of carnivorous plants and spiky things? I think that's next week.
See, St. Boniface, an English Benedictine monk and leading figure in the Anglo-Saxon mission to the Germanic parts of Francia during the 8th century. Okay. That's random. That's one of those things I didn't know at the top of my head. Even though I've played this game, that's one of those things. He's known as the Apostle of Germany for his tremendous missionary efforts spreading the faith throughout the regions of Europe during the Dark Ages. He's born in England in 680, baptized with the name Winfrid. Okay.
What kind of perks go with this gig? Do you get fancy dressing rooms and candy sorted by color?
Ooh, craft services food. Have them bring me a roasted Canada goose stuffed with lightly bruised olives, please.
Not likely. I ordered a cake for my birthday, but they never brought it.
I think the craft services crew all went in to watch the Myra show, like everybody else.
All we got was a basket of tomatoes. Ugh.
You know, the whole, the whole situation with the, getting stuff for people to pop in for, like, singers and stuff like that, you know, craft services. There was one thing, I forgot what group it was, where they had, in the stipulations in the contract, they said they wanted to take out all the, was it the brown M&Ms or green M&Ms, or put all of one color M&M in a bowl in their room. And the main reason for that is not because they were crazy. They were just trying to see if the people who were reading the venue actually paid attention to the contract. And then obviously, if they didn't do it, then they knew never to work with them again because they wouldn't actually pay attention to the wording of the contract or whatever.
What kind of preposterously un-American weasel are you that you don't like tomatoes?
I like them just fine, but they don't like me.
What do you mean?
I once spent 12 hours in the bathroom after mistakenly eating a cucumber that was sitting next to a tomato on the plate.
Say no more.
So he's allergic to tomatoes. That's very specific.
Can you eat those little cherry tomatoes? They're small.
No! No tomatoes, tomato juice, tomato paste, nothing, or I'll be out of commission for hours.
That's very specific, but you could get away without eating tomatoes. Although tomatoes are in a lot of things, like in ketchup and stuff like that. So, although that's heavily processed, but still.
Enjoy your judging. Catch you later.
Uh-huh.
There's an acid pit here.
What with the pool of water?
It's acid, brain freeze. Don't you ever watch the show?
So if you not voted, you fall in.
So why is there a pool of acid in the floor?
It's just there to make the show seem more exciting.
Does it work?
Only if someone falls in.
How often does that happen?
Have you noticed there's a shark in that pool of acid?
An acid shark. They're especially dangerous.
I hope it has a laser attached to its head.
Hello, little acid shark.
Can we get an acid shark, Sam? Please?
I don't think so. Remember what happened with the sea monkeys?
Aww.
Well, they formed their own society and shrunk us down to meet them. Oh wait, no, that was just a dream.
Hello, little acid shark.
Can we get an acid?
Okay, they're repeat now. So. Where'd Peepers go?
Fascinating. Fascinating.
Okay, well, anyway. Oh, there he is.
Well, well, Peepers, you underdeveloped former non-psychotherapist you. What a treat to run across you again.
I'm not sure if I ever properly thanked you for hitting me over the head recently.
Repeatedly.
No gratitude necessary. Just doing our jobs.
Sure.
How do you manage to hit those eardrum-scarring high notes?
If you're implying that I use any artificial vocal enhancements, I don't. What you hear is pure peepers.
That's almost exactly what I would have said.
They're like brothers from another mother.
Really, is there any trick to hitting the high notes like you do?
What? I told you, I don't use any artificial vocal enhancement, and I resent the implication. I have a gift, that's all.
Really, is there any...
What? I told...
Okay, just making sure.
Your lyrics have an intriguingly vapid quality. Did you write them yourself?
Of course! Any similarity to lyrics from other wildly popular songs is meant as homage, not theft.
Okay.
I'm dying to know. Is there any truth to the rumors about lip syncing on the old Soda Poppers TV show?
We only did that on the released version.
There's like I'm trying to remember like one case where lip syncing was fine. It was like a case of yeah, like I said, if you want to use original vocals but you want to get newer look, you're like it's fine in some cases. Like if some people can't get the original notes anymore, so just use the original voicing and stuff like that. There's quite a few voice actors like that where they get to a point where their voice gets too deep or they smoke too much cigarettes or drink too much and then they don't have the same voice anymore, pretty much. Like Mickey Rooney and stuff like that.
I'll leave you to whatever it is you're doing over here.
Good luck!
Alright.
Once used for apples,
Oh yeah,
now
we already got that.
Is that your mug?
No, it was here when I got here, last week.
Ew.
DGA.
Can I look at these?
Sure, take 'em. I've got them memorized. Am I blue? Who are you? Can I fly?
Very impressive.
That's actually the main reason we're in here for. We can't win the competition yet because we need to do the multiple things to win. But let's show off us singing anyway.
Hi. It's like watching the same car.
Oh. Okay.
That
Hold on.
seems...
Thank God.
Let me ask you more about Embarrassing Idol.
It's like watching the same car crash over and over again. Sorry, was there something specific you wanted to know?
Anyway.
Can I take another stab at singing? I'm not sure my finer qualities shone through on that one.
Sure, why not? It's not like there are other contestants lined up and slobbering.
Even though we didn't actually sing yet.
That's...
Thanks.
Well,
You got that?
It's basically when you just click on the
hello,
microphone.
little acid shark.
Whoops.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next contestant, Sam.
Hello. I'd like to do a little song I call...
And then you can do all the songs. So, but
Busted Down Hound Dog Blues. Howling at that drippy old hunk of moon. She's the headline, page one, the Tribune. Road to someday, bits of me are strewn.
And let's hear from our judges.
Bravo! Your wobbly tenor is way better than Peeper's shrill squawking.
Your stylings are quite interesting, but I noticed you never really hit a high note. Peepers is still getting my vote.
You sing beautifully, and your lyrics are enchanting. But Peepers is my brother, so I pretty much have to vote for him.
Ah,
Remember, folks, on Embarrassing Idol, the decision of the judges must be unanimous. Stay tuned for more exciting action after this.
And we're cut. It's okay to sing again if you want to, by the way. Could improve your chances.
But yeah, we had to do something specific. I might mention later on what because when you click on something, it doesn't actually say the same thing. So he says something slightly different. But it's more just song-like, so I don't know if I'll show all the variations of it. So anyway, let's head back to Midtown Cowboys. Since I didn't check the rest of the room. I should have done that before going into it, so it wouldn't have been such a jarring event.
in Manhattan, this counts as a view.
If there's a leak, it counts as a water view.
And if there's a... Oh, I was going to say something crude, never mind.
Ah, nature.
Yep. I thought there was something under that. And then we could go to the game show next door, but let's finish Midnight Cowboys first.
Hello? This could use some sprucing up. Whatever happened to our can of spray paint?
I refuse to answer on the grounds that I may incriminate both myself and a prominent local politician.
Say no more.
Yeah, it disappeared in between the games. You know, who knows what happens in a month? Oh yeah, we got the lyrics, by the way, so.
No can do. Nah.
Oh yeah, what's Max saying here? I actually forgot to click in for dialogue.
Could you make head or tail out of what that director said?
That would leave me with 2. But I think what we're supposed to do is try to set up that other guy, Pennyworth, to do something that's both funny and gross and somehow relates to toothpaste.
Let's have a try at the scene.
I'm game. You tell the director. I find her a little scary.
She's not that scary.
Let's go.
Okay.
Okay. We don't want to do the game show yet. There's the cooking show next door, too, so.
I miss the 70s, when you could get away with stuff like that. I shouldn't fool with the set while we're not taping the show.
Yeah, let mess with continuity. Continuity! Yeah, the 70s, you could do quite a few things in the 70s.
Hi, Mom.
Let's see. I think that's it for the obvious stuff anyway.
Hey, Bossy.
That's the cow.
I shouldn't fool with the set while we're not taping the show.
Okay. Okay. Now we can show off the show.
We're as ready as we're ever gonna be. Let's start taping the show.
Okay, now remember, your landlord's at the door, and you don't want him to know you've got a cow in there. Ready? Action!
They're probably hiding a cow.
Open up in there. I know you're hiding a cow.
Yeah, apparently we're hiding a cow.
Hey!
Yeah, the subtitles are on, right? Okay. It's just, for some reason, it doesn't show the subtitles for him talking, so.
Open up!
Quick, do something funny.
Open up!
Hey, comedy's hard work.
You're hiding a cow.
Try saying your line now.
Oh, better get the serious toothpaste.
No, cut! You've got to work that line in when there's a reason! Let's get the set back the way it was.
Yeah, you can't just say it whenever you want, so. Okay, we have to talk to her again to set it up.
Let's have another go at that scene, shall we?
Okay, now remember, your landlord's at the door, and you don't want him to know you've got a cow in there. Ready? Action!
They're probably hiding a cow.
Yeah, the whole comedy where there's like, you know, the catchphrases and everything like that, so it's probably hiding a cow as the catchphrase for this one.
All right, I know you've got. Oh, for pity's sake, this will never work if you're not even going to try to disguise the cow!
Cut!
Amateurs.
Let's get the set back the way it was.
Yeah, he's an actual chicken, so. But obviously in a world full of like anthropomorphic animals, what's surprising? Yeah.
Let's have another.
Okay, now remember.
They're probably hiding a cow.
Okay, you can mess with the lampshade and I think a couple other things, but.
I know you're hiding a cow.
Goodness, who left this lying here?
Hey! Open up! Open up in there. I know you're
Okay,
hiding
now
a cow.
don't move.
Or moo either.
Aha! I know you've got a. Well, well, well. Who's your guest, boys?
It's a cow with a plate on its skull.
I've got one in my skull, but that's a different story.
Cut!
Please don't say cut. That's my job.
How am I expected to create art if you're not even going to try to perpetuate the farce?
He's right, guys. You can do better than that. Let's get the set back the way it was.
The only problem is doing all the dialogue here is you have to go through a lot of the stuff you've already repeated before. So
Let's have another go at...
See if you can squeeze in some gross-out humor this time. Ready? Action!
Now we're so used to it now that we're just like, okay, whatever. Didn't even say the line this time.
I know you're hiding a cow.
Goodness, who left?
Okay.
Hey!
I think the plate and the, oh yeah, there's a cowboy over there, by the way, if you can tell.
Okay, now don't move.
Or moo either.
And a cowboy is basically, cow droppings.
Aha! I know you.
This is Madame Flossie from the Guernsey Finishing School for Girls of Questionable Prospect.
We're taking lessons in poise and pretentious diction.
Now, just one moment. Proper diction is not a subject for comedy.
Cut! Let's go.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're not doing the right thing, obviously, so...
Let's have a...
Don't forget to work in Max's line. Better get the serious toothpaste. Okay? Action!
Like I said, I already know how to solve it. I'm just showing off all the variables, so... That's probably why I'm not beating this game in, like, one sitting, because otherwise, you know... And I know there's probably people who don't want to see all these variations, but dang it, I want to. I want to see the comedy flow.
Okay, now...
Or moo.
Unfortunately, some stuff I can't spacebar through.
Aha!
This is one of the famous Flying Bimini brothers, circus performers extraordinaire.
We're getting some tips on how to spin plates on our heads, so we can keep all our gun hands free at parties.
Oh! The circus, eh? I went to the circus once as a boy. There was a man there who had two heads. Only one of them looked like a giraffe, see? And
No, he's, so you can keep it going, but I guess technically you could use the plate as a description. It's just a...
I don't care if it is just a prop. I'm not touching that with my bare hands. These are all thesaurus.
Okay.
English.
Yeah, I think it's only the lampshade and the plate you can mess with, so... What does Max say when you...
What should we do now?
Try and set something up so I can say my line about the toothpaste.
Quick, do something funny.
Hey, comedy's hard work.
I guess it's the same thing.
Have you heard the one about the 3 firemen and the football?
please, this isn't that sort of a show. Save it for Myra.
Cut! Let's go.
Okay. Yeah, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to put the lampshade on and then you use the plate for something else, and that's how you solve it, for those who are curious.
Let's have a...
Places, everybody. And action!
Yeah, you can see after a couple points they have a couple of redos or whatever you want to call it, and then they're like, okay, we're just gonna kind of get through as fast as we can because the player can't solve this as fast as we thought they could.
Open up.
Okay, now...
Or moo.
Aha!
This is Saint Okefenokee, patron saint of landlords.
You can tell by the rinky-dink halo.
Saint of landlords? Well, maybe you can give me some help. You see, I've got these tenants down in 2C who sublet their bathtub to the U.S. Navy, see, and...
And it just keeps talking generically, you know, blah, blah, blah. Yeah,
Hey, bossy.
Bossy. That's a funny name.
No, you can't get the plate anymore. Actually, can you hit him with the grenade launcher?
This is a funny show, not a sad one.
Oops.
This is a funny show, not a sad one.
At least in theory.
Okay, sorry for doing that.
This isn't that kind of show.
Yet.
Care for a shave, Mr. Featherly?
No, shaving doesn't work too well on my skin, unfortunately. Say, what's this? sorry, what was that you said?
She said move.
Cows do that.
Oh, for cut!
Please don't say cut.
How am I expected to create art if you're not even going to try to perpetuate the farce?
He's right, guys. You can do better than that. Let's get...
I don't care if it is just a prop. I'm not touching that with my bare hands.
It's not real. It's like the government. Anyway.
What's...
Oh, whoops, I probably should have sped up. She might have had some different dialogue. Sorry. My bad. After you do this so many times, you forget that sometimes there might be some
Who left?
still random dialogue there, so.
Hey! Open up!
Okay.
Or move.
Open up it! Aha! I know you've got...
I guess it doesn't matter in this case, so.
This is...
This...
Pretty ingenious disguise, eh?
What the... First you disguise the cow, then you tell me about it? Cut!
Please don't.
How am I expect...
He's right, guys.
It's like, why are you telling us the joke? So.
What's up?
Don't forget to work in Max's...
I mean, she probably repeated her line of dialogue. It's a... Oh! It didn't even say the line. It didn't even say the show song anymore. It just completely skipped it. Because they're like, alright, we're doing this, huh?
Open up!
Okay.
Or
I know.
And yeah, either the circus performer or the saint basically
Aha!
has a couple
I
different
know you
variations.
gotta... Well...
This...
You see...
Better get the serious toothpaste.
hey, that's my line.
Oh, cut!
Hey!
I'm afraid you've delivered the sponsor's line at a comically inopportune moment. Wait for me to do something that might call for that line to be said.
Gotcha.
Let's get the set back the way it was.
I'm trying to remember what else.
What?
Play.
Yeah, places everyone. Yeah, I played it this time, but before I like completely skipped it. It was like,
You're hiding a cow.
whoops.
Not that door. Hey!
I missed the 7.
Oops.
Goodness, who left?
Open up in there. I know you're hiding a cow.
Okay.
Hey! Open
Okay.
up. Aha!
Let there be light.
Yeah, you can't do anything with the light.
Nope. How'd you like to try on a piece of ceremonial headgear?
It's all the rage in Paris these days.
Paris, wow! Thanks, but hats don't fit too well on my head. Say, what's this? I'm sorry, what was that you said?
He said move.
A philosophical musing on the deeper meanings of the shallower things.
I see. I'm sorry, I'm just not sure where we're going with this. Can we start again?
Cut! Let's get...
Yeah, he couldn't even improvise because he's like, where are we? What's going on with this? How can we solve this? You know.
What's up?
Yeah, unfortunately, it takes a while to get to the other lines of dialogue. So
Goodness, who left?
I think as soon as you interact with them, though, you can get them to the next. Oops.
Hey, bossy.
Get into the next line. I'm not sure what other variations, like what Featherly says.
Okay.
Or move.
During this.
Aha! I know you've got a...
Alright.
You see,
I think it doesn't, like I said, I think as soon as I interact with him with something like this, it'll go on to the next one. I think you can also wait a while for him to do the tail pulling thing.
How'd you like to try?
It's all the...
Yeah.
say. I'm sorry.
He said moon.
As in, the cow jumped over thee. I mean, whoops.
Cut.
Please try to remember that your characters are attempting to hide the true nature of the cow.
Let's get the set back the way it was.
Okay, I think I'm gonna cut to other parts of it just to make this flow a little bit better. So, yeah, let's go with the. Oh, it even changes some of the dialogue to mood and moolah. So if you've done it multiple times, it changes. Because I think that was like moot, and then that was moon before. So.
He said mood, meaning.
I'm sorry, I'm just not...
Cut!
Let's do the moolah version this time.
He said moolah.
Well, I never...
Never?
Ever?
I'm sorry, I'm...
Cut!
Alright, it's a blessing from your Saint Gertrude.
Saint Okefenokee pronounces his blessing upon you.
You shall have many tenants who shall shower you with green and not keep cows in the apartments.
And no tenants who shall shower with cows and keep you in the green apartments.
And hardly any green tenants who keep cows from showering you with apartments.
I'm sorry, I'm just not...
Cut!
Okay, so this is what happens when we choose the plate spinner instead. So you can choose moves instead of blessing or whatever.
He said moves. I think he'd like you to comment on his unique brand of stationary acrobatics.
His movements are so subtle, it's almost as though he's standing still.
I'm sorry, I'm...
Cut!
Okay, so this time we're gonna do the actual way you're supposed to do it, which is putting the whoops. I didn't want to.
Good.
Which is you need to put the lampshade on the cow. So.
Let there be.
I know you're hiding a cow.
So you get different dialogue for that this time.
Hey!
There we go. Life of the party.
Aha! I know you've got a... Well, well, well. Who's your guest, boys?
Yeah, we've already gotten the lampshade one, so now you got a couple options. The one you want to choose is chef, but
This is the Crown Prince of Upper Thrombosis, here in the U.S. on a fact-finding tour.
Note his excellent ceremonial headgear.
Huh, a prince? Golly gosh, I don't think I've ever met a real live prince before. Of course, I am descended from royalty myself. On my mother's cousin's side, it was the back in the...
so yeah, there's slightly different dialogue on this one, but this will also end up in its own hilarity. Just need to hit it with a plate just to...
Can I offer you an empty plate?
What good's a plate with no food on it?
It's brimming with opportunity.
No thanks. Say, what's this? I'm sorry, what was that you said?
And yeah, we got the same three as well, except that we have the new dialogue here. So luckily I've already done all of them, so now I can just kind of mix them all together.
That's how they say goodbye in thrombosis.
It's also how they say, bring me a pot of scorched grasshopper thoraxes, but that's probably not what he means this time.
I see. Well, goodbye then. I'm sorry, I'm just...
Cut!
All right, let's say he's Abraham Lincoln this time.
Surely you recognize Abraham Lincoln, talented tap dancer and 16th President of the United States?
His hat fell into a bucket of bleach this morning.
My goodness, President Lincoln? I didn't even know you were still alive. You know, I had an excellent idea for the redesign of the penny I'd like to tell you about.
Actually, technically, I think in our country, the cost of a penny is like 1.02 cost or something like that. So it actually costs the American government money to produce. It costs more than what the penny is worth to produce a penny. It's kind of insane when you think about it.
Can I offer you an empty plate?
What good?
It's brimming with...
No.
Okay, these are all the same. It's just the him pulling his tail situation.
Say, what? I'm sorry.
The only time the cow pie goes into into the chorus of it is if you're a chef, because then that makes more sense. But
Mr. Lincoln was just reciting his latest speech, a revision of the Gettysburg Address intended for the minuscule attention spans of the modern audience.
Could you repeat everything you said after Mr. Lincoln? I kind of drifted off.
I'm sorry.
Cut!
oh, and also with the whole Abraham Lincoln thing, I wonder if they knew what they were getting into, or if they were setting up a joke for later. I won't say more for those who haven't played the game, but on the Abraham Lincoln part. Anyway, if we actually want to get through with this.
This is the French chef we hired to satisfy our inexplicable, insatiable craving for omelets and duck à l'orange.
And frog's legs. I like mine extra crispy.
Oh, a French chef, eh? I love French bread and French fries. I went to Gay Paris one time myself, you know. It was back in my army days.
Alright, so technically we're supposed to use the plate on the cow pie, but let's get that like little extra dialogue and then we'll cut to that after we get that.
Can I offer you an empty plate?
It's...
Say, what's that? I'm...
Yeah, now we got a couple extra lines here, so...
He said Camus. It's a very short French tone poem entitled The Pen of My Aunt is on the Dresser of My Uncle.
Except in French.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so now, I mean, technically we have to do the plate thing on the cow pie first, but this is what we're supposed to say when we do that. But let's show off what happens before we actually we put the plate on the item.
He said Moo Goo Gai Pan. It's a French dish the chef has just made.
Whoa, super. I'll try some of that. Where's the plate? And the grand freight train of comedy is once again derailed. Where is the plate?
Okay, cut! Let's get the set back the way it was.
Okay, so now let's actually solve it for right this time. So we just need to put the plate under the cow pie and do the Moo Goo Gai Pan, and that'll be it. I don't know if there's any other random jokes I missed, but that's pretty much it.
I'm sorry.
I'm just skipping through it because obviously we've heard it a million times by this point, so...
He said Moo Goo Gai Pan. It's a French dish the chef has just made.
Whoa, super. I'll try some of that. Where's the plate?
I can't help but feel this is all terribly wrong somehow.
Aha! Interesting.
That's one word for it.
There's a familiar flavor. Fennel, maybe?
Kentucky bluegrass, I think.
This moo-moo whatever stuff is really good. What's it called in English?
Cow pie!
Really? Well, that's funny. It sounds just like... Ah!
Now? Better get the serious toothpaste.
Zoom in and cut.
Phew.
That was comic gold. The network is going to love it.
Naturally. I'll be in my dressing room refreshing my muse. Don't call me for at least an hour.
Nice work, you guys. Here's a clip for your reel.
Thanks.
Let's get the set back the way it was.
I don't know if I missed any other lines or jokes, but that's pretty much the gist of it. So hopefully I showed everything off. So some funny stuff, some stuff that was okay, but you know, that's the life of the business.
Hello again.
Hi.
Yeah, we don't have anything to do here, so let's go to cooking show door and see what's going on there. So overall, this episode's actually not that long. That's why I can kind of drag this out a little bit in terms of the unlocking all the jokes, because you could actually technically go through this, like I said, easily within an hour, even less than that.
Is this thing on?
Yeah, same jokes from before, but was a chairman of the, can't really read that, something board, smorgasbord. Oh, what an orgasmorg, smorgasbord, borgasmord, or whatever. It's been forever since I've heard that song. But
That's enough lard to clog the arteries of a major metropolis.
Or start a circus of greased squirrels.
I rue the day you lost your NEA funding, Max.
Actually, let's talk to her before we mess with everything.
What's the story with this show?
Cooking Without Looking? It's a cooking show aimed at motorhead bachelors who have never seen the inside of a grocery store.
Is there a big demand for that?
You'd be amazed.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know how to cook for themselves, which is kind of sad. They eat too much processed food. It's not that hard to learn how to cook. It really isn't. I mean, you just have to use up a small amount of your time. That's all.
Where's the host? Is he in watching the Myra show?
No, he's one of the few who isn't. He got food poisoning while he was taping last week's show. Right in the middle, in fact.
Was it gruesome?
Yes, and unfortunately, this show goes out live.
Yeah, well, that's sometimes the best television, right?
Can we get a tape of the show?
This one? No, it's broadcast live. We don't tape it.
Nuts.
Can we get a tape?
Okay.
This one?
No, I've seen the extra dialogue.
How do you do that teleportation trick where you're always everywhere ahead of us?
Trade secret, honey.
She knows all the back deal, and she was watching the Max Payne episode.
How do you keep it so clean in here?
The complete absence of anything resembling food is helpful.
Well, it is for bachelors, so.
Aren't there fruits or vegetables of any sort around here?
Just the crew. I never get tired of that one. Okay, actually, no. We strive for realism, and the average bachelor kitchen doesn't contain any natural plant life except mold.
That sounds about right.
See ya.
Probably.
See ya. What are we? Where are we getting the Comic Zone now? For anyone who remembers that game?
I think this is one of those cooler things they use on medical shows to transport donor spleens.
What's it doing on the set of a cooking show?
Some knowledge is better left unclaimed. This is quite realistic.
Like that animatronic kid on the Cosby Show. Whee!
That's quite an assortment.
They must have scoured every toxic waste dump in the state.
Yeah.
It's like a scene from Heidi.
How does that bird manage to stay still for so long?
It's almost like it was painted there.
Hey, Sam, can I?
No.
No sharp objects around the rabbit. Yeah, dangerous implements, I like the name. It's not a knife, it's a dangerous implement. Oh yeah, let's see what Max has to say.
Does this place remind you of anything?
No, wait. Yes! This is the kitchen set from Hop Along Placidly.
They probably got a good deal on it after the Pancakes for Play scandal.
I missed that show and its masterful constant use of miscommunication as a comic device.
Yeah, man, cooking shows are still popular even to this day. But yeah, this is a big thing back then. I'm trying to remember all the cooking shows back when I was a younger. You know, we're gonna cook a cake today and stuff like that. But I don't know any of the modern day guys. The only guy I know of is Gordon Ramsay because the pop, idiot sandwich and all that. So.
Do you smell something burning?
Sorry.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
What'll we do now?
Make food?
Brilliant.
Brilliant!
Let's accomplish things now.
Oh, all right. If we must.
We must. So I think you just have to click on anything to start the recording segment of this one. This one's not like Midnight Cowboys where there's like a million variations. So.
Welcome to Cooking Without Looking, the cooking show for the typical bachelor kitchen, containing no fruits, vegetables, or healthy ingredients of any sort. The show where we take a random assortment of condiments and barely edible items and create a meal within minutes. Filling in for Chuck Flagon this week, these guys.
Just go with it.
Oh, hello. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Sam. It's great to be here.
Not you, Buckethead. The audience.
Oh, greetings, worshipful fans. Remember, the only reason I'm on TV is because I'm better than you.
We've got some furious cooking to do, so let's get right to it.
What are we making, Sam?
All right, so if you want to solve this immediately, just say cake. But
We're making a delicious casserole. Let's just go to our trusty ingredient rack and select some savories for our all-purpose thingamawatsit.
It's a pot, Sam.
Sure it is, little buddy. And you're a kettle.
all right, and it doesn't really matter what, like for the solution, you can actually put anything into it. There's just dialogue for what you put into the thing, but it doesn't matter what you throw into it. This is all just a joke. Because we've got squid tentacles, wombat secretion, buffalo chips. Buffalo chips, why don't you come out tonight? Sulfuric acid, hair gel, uranium pellets, ugh, tweed, pink mink oil, roofing tiles, shards, MSG. Ah, well, yeah, we know about MSG. Dried dingo kidneys, asbestos sprinkles, lard, monk paste, and red dye number 2. You know.
A fistful of squid tentacles,
Ooh, that's my favorite Western.
a pinch or two of wombat secretions,
Make sure they're lightly damp to the touch. The wombats, not the secretions.
Oh, God.
a handful or two of buffalo chips.
You really can't add too many buffalo chips.
You want to use the sulfuric acid sparingly. It can easily overwhelm the other ingredients.
And your taste buds, and your esophagus.
Of course, you're going to want a few dashes of hair gel,
Don't worry, bachelors. As long as you use it only for cooking, no one will think you less of a man.
And you can use all the ingredients. It doesn't matter. Just any ingredients we want to cook into it. So we'll save the rest for the other ones to cook.
Now, do we broil it, Sam?
Right you are, little buddy. Into the oven it goes. And through the magic of TV cooking show time, ta-da! You've successfully perverted the laws of God and man.
Oh boy, let's take it with us.
And yeah, you can take the casserole. That's not actually what we need. You know why we need to make a cake, viewers. So anyway, if we want to cook again, actually, let's see if she has any extra dialogue after cooking.
Can we get a tape of the show?
This one? No.
Okay, never mind. There's not anything.
Probably.
Okay, well anyway. I was just curious.
Welcome once again to Cooking Without Looking, the show where we use absolutely no natural ingredients whatsoever and still make something you guys can choke down. Filling in for the inconveniently food-poisoned Chuck Flagon, these guys.
Thank you, and welcome to the show.
What are we making this time, Sam?
A bunch of gunk in a dish. We'll just get some ingredients from the ingredient rack and add it to what we professionals call the yummying hod.
Isn't that a pot?
Max, we both know a pot is what you and I fight over when we play poker. This is the yummying hod. No more than a dash of uranium pellets.
They also go great in Chex Mix.
Of course, it wouldn't be real bachelor cooking without tweed.
Bachelors, here's a tip. Tweed isn't just for cooking. It also makes a great toupee.
A dash of pink mink oil is a must.
Nothing says I last ate real food in the 80s like the inclusion of something pink.
Yeah, I could see that.
Can we say enough about roofing tile shards?
Obviously, we can.
Every chef has a signature ingredient that no one has ever heard of or used. Mine's MSG.
If you put in enough that you feel a burning sensation in the back of the neck, forearms, and chest, you're just about there.
We've already got that thing we made before.
No, I ate it while you were looking at the ingredients. Now, do we broil it, Sam?
Right you are, little buddy. Into the oven it goes. And through the magic of TV cooking show time, ta-da! You've successfully perverted the laws of God and man.
Oh boy, let's take it with us.
All right, yeah, and you basically get the same thing no matter what it is. So, all right, looks like we haven't quite got everything we need to solve this thing, but we're having so much fun getting our 15 minutes of fame. But perhaps we've got 1 minute and 2 seconds of fame left. I think that's how it works in this world when it has like weird sense of time and everything like that. But will we be able to finally get to Myra and stop her from keeping everyone on the show? Can we win $1 million to buy something quite nice for ourselves? We'll find out next time in the next episode of Sam and Max Save the World Situational Comedy. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.